Hey Husker fans, Sam McKewon with the Omaha World-Herald and Husker Extra. This is our post-Memorial Day recruiting update for the offense. Well, first official visit weekend of June is this weekend. And Nebraska will have a couple of offensive players on hand. It's going to be more of a defensive-minded weekend, and we'll get to that in a separate video. But on the offensive side of the ball, what you can say is that they're going to have one important offensive lineman there, and that's Omaha Central's Caleb Pyfrom. The interior offensive line might be a tackle, but maybe also an interior offensive lineman. It's been a priority target for Nebraska really prior to the Matt Rhule staff, but they've continued that prioritization. Pyfrom has been down to Nebraska a couple of different times, likes the school, I think, likes the coaching staff, has warmed to that. I think there's a decent chance that Nebraska eventually lands him. I don't know if that'll happen this weekend because he's got a few more visits here in June, but Pyfrom is one to watch. Another receiver that is supposed to be on campus this weekend is Ja'Cory Barney. He's from the Miami area, good player. A lot of the guys in Nebraska recruiting they're speed guys, and so they're not huge. They're not 6'3" and 217 pounds. And I'll be honest with you, Nebraska has not had a lot of luck with the larger receivers. If you think about some of the guys that have come through here, Justin McGriff, Camonte Grimes, Latrell Neville, Sean Hardy, they don't play. They haven't played. They've moved on. They've transferred to other schools. So I think there's a feeling of like, hey, you got to get guys out there that have a lot of speed. And I think some of the guys that they're going after are pretty darn quick, and Barney is one of those. It's worth watching, too, Carter Nelson. He's not visiting Nebraska this week. He kind of took an unofficial visit to Nebraska last week. He's scheduled to go June 23rd to the Huskers. I'll be really curious to see if his recruiting process extends past June. Georgia took a second tight end in its class. I think Georgia would have been an appealing team, but I don't think he's going to be going there. I feel like Carter Nelson to Nebraska feels like more of a likelihood than ever. Daniel Kalen is on the case. Nebraska's quarterback commit for the 2024 class is going to do a lot of peer recruiting, especially of Carter Nelson. So we'll see exactly what happens. But I think this week, the guys to watch, Pyfrom, Barney. Pyfrom might be a commit alert. We'll see. I think in the long term, Nebraska has him in the class. Okay, that is our update for this week on Nebraska's recruiting on the offensive side of the ball.